Hi everybody, and welcome to Traveling with Russell, and welcome to a wet and dreary Moscow. However, we're going to go see an apartment. I've got one to show you right behind me. Let's go and check it out together. The apartment that I want to take you to is in this series of buildings in this micro district. These are absolutely brand new buildings. Somewhere up here is where I want to go, and this area here is called N'ice Loft Apartments. That's actually the name of this whole complex, N'ice Loft. Now I know the apartment we're going to go see is not a loft, so I think it might be interesting. Lots of towers, not the best of weather. We'll have to put up with that. And we just need to go in the entrance across the street. Let's head on inside and have a look at this lobby area. It's huge. It's like built way oversized. Have the ladies there at the counter. There's some, I'm not sure what you would call this, like terrace seating. It's very, very spacious from outside. Who would sit here when you come to the apartment? Let me know, because it's really interesting. Now, of course, the main thing is to get over to the apartment. Some more seats over here. And then I guess at some point they might have a coffee shop here, because it's built for a coffee shop. Some tables and chairs, people hanging around. And then we need to go through this door just here. So let's scooch through with these guys. Spasiba. And you come into this almost like a courtyard area. A lot of buildings together. This is very typical of apartment living in Moscow. Of course, today the weather isn't as nice as we'd like it to be. Now, over time, the lower ground floor will have businesses. So things like shops, beauty salon, pharmacy. Of course, the gardens will look a little bit nicer. Definitely very interesting. This is Moscow in a nutshell, seeing the buildings like this. And I think if you've watched any of my other videos, you understand. One kind of nice thing is they've got a supermarket right there. I'm not sure if they'll have a apartment owner's entrance. I don't think so. I think it's just from the street. And then where we want to go is just through this door, just here. At the entrance to each tower, there is also a call button or intercom, also camera operated as well, so you can have a phone on your wall in the apartment. So if friends are coming to visit, or if you're the owner, you just tap the chip right there to come in. And then this is the lobby into this particular tower, the basketball player, and then your letterboxes right there. So one thing that's also nice in these buildings is you've got storage for prams and bikes right there. Now these are actually locked. I don't have a key for that. There is a pet washing room. So it's a bathroom for your pet, cat or dog or kangaroo, whatever you want to do. And there's a shower set up in there. And then another downstairs bathroom. I think somebody's doing some work on some walls somewhere, and we'll need to go in the elevator here. Coming out of the elevator on the 6th floor, I just want to show you quickly the emergency staircase, or whatever we call this. There is some windows here, but on quite a lot of videos I get comments about, where is this thing, you didn't show it, where is something else. So you've got the stairs here. I think emergency exit is the right answer. Going, of course, up or down. The fire control buttons. Also in the corridor, they've also got central heating as well. So from the minute you walk in, it's nice and warm. This is not in use. This would have been from somebody's apartment where they've changed the layout. And then I just need to come through this door. So this is a brand new building where, for now, a lot of people haven't moved in yet because a lot of people are still doing remodeling. There's one apartment over here where they're doing quite a lot of work. And then we need to go just around this corner right here. And the door just here. Let's head on inside, and I've got the door open and prepared to walk in. These doors are actually pretty cool because they're actually mirrored. So from the outside, the external door, then the inside, it's finished with the same materials in the rest of the apartment. Now this is really very interesting, the layout of this place. So this is a studio apartment, and the way they've laid it out is not very typical at all. And there's this galley style kitchen. So you've got cupboards and sink over here, overhead cupboards, some more on the left, and then wardrobes right here, and then the living area is at the back. And then the actual entranceway and kitchen is tiled. This also has underfloor heating as well. Controls are just there. And then let's go and check out the bathroom. Very nice tiling here, full floor to ceiling tiles. Actually feature tiles as well. Actually the fan is on, but that's okay. And then the washing machine here in the bathroom, very normal for Russian apartments. Part of the reason they do that too is because of the plumbing. So all the plumbing is back behind the wall here where the sink and the toilet is. Nice cupboards, plenty of space here. At the same time, got the drawers. All of your technical parts are in the cupboard here. And there is also a hot water heater here as well. So at some point during summer, they'll switch off hot water for maintenance. You can then just tap straight into your boiler. So this isn't used year round, it's only seasonally that you use it. It's very nice you have it though. And then full recessed shower. These are actually the large format tiles that they're using. They must have had a couple spares. This apartment is about 2 or 3 days away from being completely finished. We've actually come to look at it just to do final inspection and also point out some things that might need fixing or correcting. There is very little to do though. Heated towel rail here. Actually this is not kind of quite finished. Just need to take the padding off really and you're good. And then the entranceway. So these first cupboards are all storage. So you've got hanging storage, got some shelf storage, plenty here. And then the cupboards up the top where you can hide everything away. It's always nice. Cupboards everywhere. So plenty of places to put things. And then for the kitchen, sink, a few sockets there for your kettle. You've got the hot plate, and then cupboards. Very normal for apartments. Overhead cupboards, dish rack, and even the very top ones as well. How do you get up there? You need to have a ladder with the apartment. And the rest of the kitchen here, got the drawers. This is quite a nice idea actually to have it on this side rather than under the main worktop. Built-in microwave. Got more cupboards. And then the fridge. So this is actually built into the wall. This is all absolutely brand new. More cupboards up the top. Fridge, freezer. Works perfectly well in the space. And this white color as well, you know, just makes it look more spacious, makes it feel a little bit bigger. And then we come into the living area here. So you've got the laminate flooring from where the tiles are. I will say also it's quite warm in here. It's actually a little bit cool and wet outside, as we saw at the start of the video. So the actual radiators are on, and that's actually from the building, so they switch it on. You do have an option to switch it off at the point on the floor. Sofa, air conditioning as well. And then this very big window. And of course, the views will vary depending on the direction of the apartment. What you can see is into the complex and downstairs. And then, of course, the areas around here do have lots of industrial buildings. So that's your central heating for the apartment. That's enough to keep the place warm. The reason why this bottom panel is covered is because that's your air conditioning unit on the other side. It's a little bit hard to see, but if you look on the balconies of the other buildings, you can see these kind of metal baskets. And the intention is to mount them there so you hide them away from the street. And then from the corner here then, so you can see back towards the entrance, and then this living area. So you've got a very nice comfy sofa here as well, little cupboard on the side. So the apartment, as it is listed for sale, it's fully furnished. Now, of course, there isn't really any more furniture that you would need for this place. Kind of dining room table here. I mean, it just needs moving over a little bit. TV, cupboard, and then this bed or sleeping area is recessed into the back of the kitchen wall, which is quite interesting how it's kind of sat in here. And then there's this feature paneling on the wall and this back wall as well. It looks really nice, and then built-in lights there, sockets if you want to plug your device in. But what do you think? I mean, this is probably a queen bed, and I'm sure the space was intentional, that it was going to be exactly the size of the frame of the bed. And you've got this recessed away. An option you could do, now it's not done for the apartment as it is listed for sale, but you could very easily put a curtain right over that, and then it would just hide it away. And then your living space. It is definitely feels more spacious than the 25 square meters that it is. What do you think? As a place that you might want to rent or to live here. I think definitely as a rental, it would suit a student or somebody who's single, maybe newly married, and they want to move out of home. I think more than suitable. Let me know. Could you live here? What do you think of this layout? I'm just trying to get out of the way of the mirror here, of this open plan studio. I think they've utilized the space very well, but let me know in the comments. So I've made it back home and I'll go through all the information for you. It's actually a few days later, so if I do look a little bit different, I actually had a dentist appointment. I've had 2 of my back teeth taken out. I wasn't feeling very well after that, so I'm getting around to doing the video here. So the apartment itself, actually, I think I did mention that it was for sale. It's actually listed for rent, not for sale, for rent. And I'll go through the prices in a minute as well. So it was a studio apartment. 25 square meters is the total area of the apartment. So the entranceway, bathroom, and then living space. It was on the 6th floor of the building. There was actually a few different towers there, and fully furnished. So what you see is basically what you're renting. So the bed, actually even the sheets on the bed, table, fridge, everything like that. What you generally rent in Moscow is always furnished pretty much 99% of the time. There's not much else you need to bring along, even the TV's on the wall for you. Now, the one thing that'll affect the price of this place, and being that it's a little bit cheaper, is the fact it's not immediately close to a metro station. So from the actual apartment itself, it's an 18-minute walk to Volgogradsky Prospect. Actually, I did notice when I was looking on the maps just now, there is a future tram station or tram stop about a 5-minute walk away. It's not implemented yet, but they will do that in the future. And if you're interested how far it is to Red Square, some people do actually ask that in the comments quite a lot. It would be 30 minutes by car from the apartment to Red Square. Now, I know that most people don't actually do that trip by car, and most of the time you'd actually go into the center of Moscow by public transport. It's much simpler. Once you get to the metro station, you can go anywhere across all of Moscow, but that's your distances. Now the price, so that's going to come up here as well. So it's listed for rent for 45,000 rubles. Now, I will say it is actually on the cheaper side of the apartments for rent in Moscow, but purely because it's not immediately close to a metro station. That's a big factor in the prices of apartments for rent. Also the size, the fact it's a studio versus a 1-bedroom place or 2-bedroom place. In the same buildings where I filmed that video, there is apartments that are 70 square meters, 100 square meters, and you can get full 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartments in there. They're not all studios like that. It's just the way it's been set up. So the conversion into different currencies, 604 US dollars per month, 443 British pounds, 513 euros, 728 Canadian dollars, and then in Australian currency, 834 Australian dollars. So rent in Russia is per calendar month, equivalently 4 weeks. And then the only thing that you'd pay extra as a tenant would be for metered water and electricity. That's your only additional expenses. If you were to put Wi-Fi into the apartment, you'd pay that on a monthly basis. Wi-Fi in Russia, depending on where you're doing it, it's around about $8 to $10 a month for a full unlimited Wi-Fi. Water and electricity will be around about 30 US dollars per month, and that's based on your usage. But the fact it's a studio, you wouldn't use lots of electricity. There's not that many sockets. So that's your only additional expenses on top of your monthly rent, and it's metered. So what you use is what you're paying for. That's pretty standard in Russia. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did like it, give it a thumbs up and post a comment. Let me know what you think. My always question in the videos, could you live there? Obviously it's a student or a single person studio apartment. It really would suit a student, someone that's maybe moving to Moscow or someone that's moving out of home, studying, maybe working, or even maybe live or work somewhere close by perhaps. And actually that's really the crux of the title of the video as well, because it's definitely something that would be student related. And the price is very reasonable for Moscow. It isn't quite the center of Moscow, it's a little bit further outside, and that's why the price is set as it is. So thanks everybody for watching. If you want to follow me on my social media, the link to my Telegram channel is right here. Also in the description of all videos, there's other forms of social media that I'm on as well. And if you want to watch an old video on the channel, you can click this link and keep traveling with Russell. Okay everybody, I'm off on another adventure. Bye.